Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is a Focus Friday video, and through the month of March we're focusing on stencils. So today we're looking at putting embossing paste through a stencil, and this is how I created this beautiful card here, as you can see. So let's start. I have a piece here of gorgeous grape cardstock. And all I'm going to do is, you can see I've used some post-it note tape here, and I'm just going to give it an extra push down. And I've attached it to my stencil, which is one of the stencils from the Butterflies and Flowers stencils in the mini catalogue. And we're going to be using some embossing paste, texture paste, embossing paste. Now I'm sorry about the crinkles, but this is what I do to make sure that keep it as wet as I can, is when I open it I put a bit of press and seal over it, which is why it's crinkling so, and this just helps to stop the air getting into it. So didn't need such a big piece, but we're struggling to tear it off the roll, and that's what came off the roll. So let's just try and get into it. I keep the foil on there as well, anything I can keep to try and keep it as soft as I can. Okay, now all you're going to do here is just spread this over like you're spreading butter, as you can see. And I'm just going to go over the whole stencil because I want the background. Now the stencil's not moving because I've taped it to the cardstock rather than just taping it down to the craft mat. Because it's taped to the cardstock, any movement they'll move together, but they won't move apart from each other. Anything goes wrong, it doesn't matter, you can just scoop up the embossing paste and start again. It's not the end of the world. Just making sure there's no bits where I can see any of the gorgeous grape colour coming through. I think that's fine. So I'm going to put the lid on that, and I'm going to put my press and seal again. Sorry about the noise it makes, but I want to show you just to pull it really tight, as tight as you can, and seal it. And then I put the lid back on like this and really seal it, and that hopefully will keep it as moist as I can. Now the one thing to remember about embossing paste is that you need to clean it off your stencil and your work mat as quickly as possible, because you don't want it to dry there, because then it is an absolute stinker to try and get off. So I'm just taking off these pieces of embossing of post-it note tape. I'm going to leave that to the side to dry, and I'm going to go and clean my stencil. I'm just going to put it in the sink and I'll be back. Okay, so while I was cleaning my stencil it got to dry, and that's what we've got left. Isn't that gorgeous? And you've got a little bit of texture on it. Isn't that wonderful? You can create your own pattern paper, you can do what you like. So much you can do with stencil. So that's putting the embossing paste through a stencil. So let's make that into a card now. So let's do some stamping so we can have a little sentiment on our card. And the sentiment I'm going to use is from Sunny Sentiments, a happy hello to you too. And we're going to stamp in gorgeous graping because that's the colour of the cardstock we use, so everything can stay matchy-matchy. You could go with a different colour, but I really didn't want to take away from the gorgeous background. Okay, a happy hello to you. And then I've got here some of the This is the rose gold and gold metallic paper, and I'm going to just punch out a label, and this is the everyday label, and then I'm going to punch out our sentiment as well using the same punch, just trying to keep everything lined up. Oops. And then I'm going to cut my metallic piece in half like that, and then we're going to use a little bit of Tombow on the back here. Now, because this is metallic, it's not going to stick so well, so I'll show you how to get around that in a second. But I just wanted the glue on here because it will take. And then all I'm going to do, just to ensure everything stays exactly where I want it, is to actually just take a piece of sellotape and stick it on the back. And then it's not moving anywhere. Okay, now since I've got another piece here, I'm just going to use it up. Okay, so let's stick our lovely background to our card base. Our card base is a standard A6 card base, that's A4 sheet cut in half, and it's basic white. Okay, so let's bring that in here. Yeah, I prefer it like that. Don't ask me why, I just do. Looks right like that. And then I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. And there's all that texture in the background, I'm going to be generous with my dimensionals. Okay, and then we're nearly done. So every Friday we have a Focus Friday video, and for this month, as I said, we've been focusing on Stencil. So this is the second video on Stencil, so do check out the rest. In February we focused on colouring, and in January we focused on what did we focus? Embossing folders. So you can find all the other videos on my channel. They're in a playlist, easy to access, so do check them out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows, and please do consider to subscribe to my videos. If you want more information about the project, it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.